Hello everybody, my friends. Today I will be talking just a little bit, about the recent events in Paris, the Notre Dame, because I actually have some insights and some information that may be relevant to what has happened. Well, I'm not going to be doing the summary of what has happened, as you already know, and you already have the details. So I'm going to skip the details. Of course, the attack officially has been announced as being an accident. There are all kinds of possibilities being considered: fire alarms not working, elevators problems, electrical short circuit, etc. However, it is certain that it has not been an accident. It was a ritual. Just looking at the date itself of when it was actually done, Holy Week, an important date for the Illuminati. The reptiles are very active during those types of holidays. Very active. So it has been an attack, artificial attack. There is plenty of Illuminati symbolism all over Paris and all over Notre Dame, especially, and it just wasn't the accident. In general, it is my feeling. Also, there are different scenarios here to be considered as well. In general, the idea is to overthrow the old system to create the new, the Illuminati symbolism of the new world order, to shatter the old, to create the new, and not necessarily in a positive way. It symbolizes the destruction of Europe. It symbolizes the fall of Europe, fall of the old in favor of the new world order. The destruction of previous beliefs, the destruction of the French identity. I would even go as far as to link it with the Islamization of Europe and of France, especially of Paris. The Islamification, as I wanted to say, the Islamification of Europe agenda goes hand in hand with the Illuminati agendas. It has to be clearly stated. It's about the destruction of the French identity. The Notre Dame is a very strong Illuminati center. It's a very relevant energy center as well, located on different very important energetic ley lines and portals. It is the largest one, taking away the Vatican, of course, in Europe, the largest one in Europe after Vatican. So it can be very safely stated that the attack, that this fire has been planned. It's not a coincidence. I would even say that the restoration that has been happening before the fire has not been the accident either. That it was an opportunity for them to take out the pieces of art that were not supposed to burn. That was their justification, the excuse to take out the parts that were not supposed to be burned. Notre Dame has crypts, as Swaruu once explained to us. Notre Dame has crypts and therefore entries. I'm going to read now here. Therefore entries to the dumps below, to the reptilian world. The two of them, Notre Dame and Vatican, are high-level Illuminati centers. They have an underground connection. The Vatican and Notre Dame, underground connection. They are portals to all kinds of deities. It is also said that there are tunnels that connect those two centers and has been connecting those centers for hundreds of years, although this hasn't been really validated yet. They also might be connecting with the centers in England. There's some information about that as well. The other scenario is that it could actually be the attack against the Illuminati. It is a very important energetic portal center, as I already said. However, for the Illuminati, however, there are factions of Illuminati and the Cabal fighting. The Cabal and Illuminati has been broken inside. There are groups and subgroups, and they are in competition for different agendas and for energy centers. So yes, some people are defending the theory that this was not the attack against the Illuminati because they wouldn't be destroying their own energy center. There is some validity to this point. However, as I already mentioned, there are groups fighting within the Illuminati world. So it could be some kind of a game, inner game between them. The Illuminati is fragmented, just as the reptiles are. There are power struggles among this group. So this could be some kind of a power struggle ritual. In both cases, in both scenarios, it was an attack. Actually, Notre Dame wasn't the only church that was burned during those days. There were 2 or 3 others churches attacked in France around those dates. So there is no major damage done in those 2 other churches, but things have been destroyed. According to these people and according to these rituals, the burning of the site, the fire, is highly ritualistic in itself. And the places like Notre Dame are the places of the high Masonic rituals with satanic tendencies. It is also a center of the worship of the negative entities, and the site has been used for rituals for centuries, at least since the time of the Celts. Now I'm going to link this with something interesting, with the topic of the famous gargoyles that appear in Paris and also in Notre Dame. We did talk about this with Swaruu actually some time ago, because in Barcelona, actually, where I live, there are all kinds of gargoyle figures all over the city. So we talked about this, and interestingly, the gargoyles in Notre Dame, and what I understand in Paris in general, officially are there as rain diversion devices. As I have it noted down here, they say that those gargoyles serve a functional purpose of carrying rainwater away from the building, thereby preventing deterioration of the cathedral's masonry. And they also provide the site with symbolic protection. However, there is so much more to the existence and to the reality of those stone gargoyles, which actually they are not only stone gargoyles, they are actually 4-dimensional, interdimensional beings and guardians. Swaruu once said that anytime you see a stone gargoyle, there is one in its true spiritual etheric astral form next to it. The stone one is a kind of a 3D representation of the real astral, let's call it 4D entity. They do not have this appearance of a gargoyle exactly as they actually exist in a etheric form. However, it is interesting, they can actually get you and affect you and influence you and even kill you if they want to. They can actually go down from the 4D to the 3D, take on a human maybe even form, or whatever form, and they can harm you and go back to their 4D. Come down from 4D to the 3D, do their job, and go back up to the 4D. The gargoyles, as Swaruu explained, are mostly they are the custodians of high-ranking 4D entities, mostly reptile, and they are allies of Illuminati. So this is going to be very interesting because depending on what might happen in Paris, maybe even in the world, but especially in Paris during the days following the attack, might shed some light on the source of the attacks, of who actually is behind the attacks, because the gargoyle entities are very vengeful beings. So if this was done against them, in a way, against their masters, there could be mysterious, inexplicable deaths, for example, of people in Paris. This is going to be interesting. And as Swaruu explained, those figures of the gargoyles are put there. So those who can understand this, those who can understand their symbolism, would know that the real ones are there next to the stone ones. Next time you see a gargoyle figure anywhere, just pay attention. I mean, just be aware that it is not just a silly, non-insignificant stone figure, especially the ones built centuries ago, like the ones in Notre Dame. They have deep, significant occult meaning. I remember I asked Swaruu, what about you? Can't you eliminate them, those 4D beings, entities, once you see them? Because actually they can see them very easily. Swaruu once said that they see those beings just like we see dogs just passing by. However, they don't destroy them, they don't eliminate them, because, as she said, it is not up to them to judge. They're not in the position to eliminate them. They just got used to them. They are to them like, like I said, dogs, cats walking around the streets. The 5D people are, and not just people, the 5D beings in general are very used to these 4D entities. So it is all very, 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 very interesting. It is some kind of a power struggle, as I said, within the Illuminati circles themselves. Let's see how this unfolds. I don't really have any more information about the subject right now. I just wanted to share a little that I had about this. And yeah, let's continue sharing the videos. I have so many more videos. I am so collapsed with work, but I love it. It's my mission, it's my calling, it's my duty, it's my passion, it's my love. So stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.